What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Tonight, we're talking the latest episode of Invincible, but that's not all. What if I told you you could have that and a whole lot more? We're also talking Theory-Palooza on Maul Shadow Lord. So we got a lot to talk about, but before we get into all of that, Dave and Doug and Chris, how's it going, gentlemen? Sorry, before you say that, I just want to say, fellow nerd Doug, thank you for subscribing. 45 months.
Hey!
We appreciate all the support. We're a small channel, so that does us a lot of good. Now, Dave, sorry for interrupting.
That guy is a hell of a guy. That's 4 years, man. He's been on our, it's amazing. We get our loyal people watching us. It's great. But I am fan-freaking-tastic. I was a little bit disappointed by this episode. And it's for the, yeah, I know. It's crazy. We'll see if Chris likes it less than I do.
Yeah. We'll see what I got it rated.
But it's like, well, we'll get into the reasons in a minute. And Maul, I can't think of any, anything else I'm looking forward to right now. I mean, The Boys is coming up, but Star Wars animation is where it's at. So let's talk about it. Doug, how are you doing?
Well, Dave, let me tell you, I am outstanding. And, I kind of had a busy weekend. I went to a friend's birthday party last night, went out in public, talked with human beings. Other than you fine gentlemen, I know, crazy.
And you're okay?
And then today...
Traitor!
Yeah, I am okay somehow. But then today, this is the thing that I've been waiting to share with you guys. So, I'm former member of Livonia JCs. I aged out. I'm old. I know, I'm decrepit. Go ahead and carry me up to the mountain like the grandparent. Leave me there. But
you think we could carry
I was
you up
helping
a
them.
mountain?
You've never heard that story?
No, I did. I'm just saying we can't carry you up a mountain.
Oh, come
We're
on.
old and decrepit too.
Put me in a wagon then.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I was helping them plan the bar crawl today, and we were brainstorming ideas. Kind of working around this idea of like do on TV show theme, movie theme, and all of a sudden, the one guy says, what kind of stuff do you guys talk about on your channel as far as like TV shows and movies go? I said, well, we do have Maul Shadow Lord coming out. I'm really looking forward to that. Plus, there's the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out, so it's going to be a pretty big Star Wars year. And he goes, we should do Star Wars themed. So that's what we're doing this year, a Star Wars themed cantina crawl.
That is always a good idea.
That is fantastic.
Right? I know. I am so looking forward to it. Planning it is going to be fun.
And then is that your last act as the president?
Oh, I haven't been the president since 21.
Oh, so
I'm just giving him a hand.
Okay.
I'm technically not a member of the organization anymore. I'm just helping out. But I can't wait to talk about some Invincible and more Maul Shadow Lord. But before we get into that, Chris, how are you doing?
I am doing ecstatic, guys. Glad to be talking to you guys about Invincible and Maul Shadow Lord. I gotta say, even with maybe a terrible episode, it's always fun talking to you guys about this stuff. Also, big news, my son finally started walking this weekend, so we...
Oh, hey, all right,
Awesome.
congratulations.
Dude,
I know.
that's awesome. Congrats.
And all it took was 2 girls to show him the way. Like, my daughter had her friend over, and they were, like, on opposite sides of the room. And so he was, like, walking towards my daughter's friend. I'm like, this boy's going to be trouble.
Right? That was what motivated him to walk.
It did. Food and girls. Those are his 2 motivations in this world.
Good man.
We are in trouble, that's for sure. Anyways, Keith, how are you doing, good sir?
I am tremendous, gentlemen. Like I said, we had a party for my son. He's 10 now. The guests wouldn't leave.
Yeah, he was telling us earlier about that.
I was laughing because normally they don't stay this late. And it's like, I'm just looking at Becky like, we're streaming tonight. She's like, I know. Don't worry about it. They'll go soon. The boys are trashing the basement. I'm like, gonna have to clean that up later.
Oh boy.
But on an even brighter side, Duke lost on a last-second shot. So I was very excited for that. But unfortunately, Michigan won. But we're not going to talk about that because we are going to talk about Invincible, Episode 4, Hurm.
They were really literal with that language.
Yes, they were.
They really were.
So many different, potentially better titles, and they decided to go with.
Well, after watching it, they decided to go with the worst title. No, I didn't say that.
They wanted everything to match.
He did say it like 8 times, so there's that.
Now,
Fair.
because it is Clancy Brown saying it, it has a little more gravitas to it. But even the man we stand, Clancy Brown, could not save this episode. And it starts out with Mark confessing, his actions to Art, who basically tries to give him his old suit back, and he's willy-nilly about it. He's going through a lot. I don't want to undermine what he's going through because so much has been happening. They just didn't play it very well in this episode.
It's like he's kind of afraid of becoming his father. He doesn't want to become the violent Viltrumite that he sees himself slowly becoming, where he's like losing control of himself. And it's like you can tell he's feeling bad about the actions that he's been taking recently, but he's also trying to like justify it. Like there really wasn't anything I could do. I mean, I had to do this to stop, this plague from getting out. And even the costume guy was like, Mark, if I had one of these attached to me, I would want you to do that to me too. I would want you to take me out because I would rather that, my life is sacrificed to save everybody else. And I think that kind of helps Mark out a little bit, is just hearing that, look, you did what a lot of other superheroes would do. You should actually, not feel so bad about this, as long as you don't keep taking it too far.
It's a good sign that you feel this bad about it.
Yeah.
Because your father would not have.
True.
Maybe now
it's he's evolving. So it's really nice with Art. Art is sort of the heart of the show, especially when it comes to Mark and the family and everything.
It's almost like he's been guided by some sort of force.
Force, I know.
Are you saying he's voiced by maybe a Jedi Master?
Yes, you're right. The guy who he's obviously he's voiced by Frank Oz.
From the grave?
Waka waka. Wait, is Frank Oz dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Like
I actually didn't know that
ago.
either, so now I feel bad for saying that.
Oh boy. Whoops.
Okay, so he's actually voiced by Mark Hamill, to clear that up for everybody.
For the audience out there, yes, it's Mark Hamill. And he does a fantastic job. I actually really did like the beginning of this episode. It's like we were talking about in Theory-Palooza, where we were talking about how Mark's going to be struggling this whole season, with killing people and like becoming his father and whatnot. So we get a little bit of that in this episode before we are diverted completely downhill, all the way downhill to hell, right?
Literally.
I believe there's a song by a band called Tad, I'm Going Straight to Hell. And yes, actually Eve calls Mark to stop Ka-Hor, and he takes off, but Damien Darkblood...
I'm sorry, that is one of my favorite recurring characters.
I
love that he keeps coming back, and he won't do an evil plan because he's misogynistic.
Yeah, and fun fact, that character's also voiced by Clancy Brown. So we get a lot of Clancy Brown this episode. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Clancy.
You cannot.
Nope.
And of course, Damien is trying to bring Nolan, Omni-Man, with his blood.
He's got his blood.
To hell to help with Volcanikka. And Mark shows up instead. And he's explaining to him about his plans to release the vial, to conquer Earth. And he's kind of like, fine, if I do this, will you just send me home? He's like, yes, of course. And they end up recovering Satan's molten crown from Cerberus. Not the actual three-headed dog, not Cerberus, the organization from Mass Effect. Just wanted to make that clear.
I like how, they have to constantly keep explaining to Mark. Like, I know it's shorthand as a way to explain to the audience is the world building. This is how hell works in the Invincible universe. But I like how they're like using it as Mark's like, well, isn't hell where like all the bad people go? No,
All the bad people?
dude, it's just
Oh.
it's been here before the upper world. It's been here before humans. In fact, you should actually thank Satan. He's a good dude. I'm not bound to Satan.
I'm not thinking Satan.
Yeah,
I'm not bowing to him.
Right.
Well,
Not bad.
if there's a hell, is there a heaven? He's like, no, there's no heaven.
What? No. What? That's stupid.
You gotta
Why
make
would you
heaven
believe
on
that?
earth. You gotta make heaven on earth, is what he said. I'm like,
Right, right.
There's probably a song about that by Miss Belinda Carlisle.
Only Keith would remember that.
No, hold on. Let me do something cool.
And there's nothing
Now-
wrong with that. She was a lead singer of the Go-Go's. She can do what she wants.
That's right.
Now, I love why they have to go and get Satan's crown. The fact that there's like somebody trying to vie for his throne, Volcanikka.
Volcanikka,
Now,
yeah.
would I smash? Yes. But would it be hot?
Be a little
Also,
hot.
yes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Ah!
They
You might
mean
not
Satan.
have parts
They meant
left
Surtur.
afterwards.
But I love that like initial
Oh, yeah.
battle that gets them to want to even summon Omni-Man and accidentally get Marka to begin with. The fact that she's and I think they even state at one point that she wasn't even really taking it seriously. She wasn't fighting them for real.
No.
Because she could have taken them out on her own. Instead, she sent her minions after Darkblood and his siblings.
Yeah. So Volcanikka, I can't remember. Have we seen her before in the
No,
series?
she is
Was
not
this
from the
first time?
comics.
Oh, okay,
and she
yeah.
has
And
not
that
been
was
in
the
a
other thing I was
series.
going to ask. Yeah, so this is what I was also going to ask because I haven't read the comics. I'm Doug, you have, and Keith, you're reading the comics right now, right?
Yep.
So this whole story, is this whole cloth, or is this all made up?
Yep. Yep. That's,
You can tell.
I think why I was a little disappointed.
I
think so.
I was so excited for something new that wasn't in the comics. I'm like, they're going to do something.
Right.
Got it. And then it's like, we get it. And I was like, you
Oh,
really got to be
man.
careful what you wish
You know,
for.
It's like the Benioff and Wise for Game of Thrones. As soon as they didn't have a script or a story and made it up themselves, went downhill.
Very true.
the thing is,
you
the
talking about
original
season 8?
creator of the comics is involved in the creation of the show. I don't get why.
Right.
Did he think this was a good idea?
Maybe he liked it. Maybe
Okay. I know we want to get on with the dinosaur story. I know that you guys cannot wait to see this allegory for Hulk and, he's an environmental. I know that is a really compelling story, but hear me out. Old man Satan.
Yeah.
What?
With a cane, by the way.
Well, not when he gets his molten crown back.
Oh, no.
I did like when he was fighting Cerberus and he throws Darkblood up and he's like, I'll catch you.
Right.
Yeah.
That was great. He's like, don't ever do that again. It's like getting closer. Invincible? Invincible?
Then he
You
catches
didn't
him.
catch me.
Hey, it's not really that hot.
I like how they used the title card twice within like 30 seconds.
Oh, because they mentioned his name
Yeah.
twice. Yeah. Well, we haven't talked about this season, but they've changed up the title card once again, like they do each season. Where do you guys rank this one? Do you guys like this title card?
Not yet. It's not really doing much for me yet. It kind
I
of
like
looks
the one
like
that
fair
we're
enough.
using. I like the one that we're using, that version that year.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably the best one.
Agreed.
But with Satan's power restored with the molten crown, they decide to confront Volcanikka. She defeats Satan. Mark wasn't going to help actually fight her. He was just going to help out with the Magnemites and all that other stuff. And he ends up needing to get involved because she's about to take out even I don't think he was fully powered yet because he just got a crown back. I don't know if he needed time. But he seemed,
I think so.
like he was getting there, and she ends up beating him pretty easily once she really pushes herself forward. And so Mark has to come in, and I don't think she's ready for his strength.
No.
But I don't think
But
she was necessarily.
She also keeps coming back,
Right.
which surprised me.
She does. Yeah.
which
Well-
annoyed me.
I think she retreated, but it was a tactical retreat. She wasn't like, I don't know if I can beat this guy. She's like, there's no need to have this fight right now. You know what? I now know his powers. I don't know if she sees the emotional instability he's going through right now, but maybe she did, and maybe she knows. Let him simmer with that a little bit. I don't need to get involved. She's a demon or whatever she is. She's got eternity to do this. She's not in any rush because, like you said, she kept coming back, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, you'll pay for this or whatever." And at first I was like, "Wait, why is she running?" I'm like, "Oh, she's just regrouping. She may have another plan to get the vial released to take over the world or something else, but she isn't defeated. She's just stepping back for a bit."
Yeah.
So I assume that means that we're going to get another episode, probably not this season, but maybe next season or in a future season where she is going to come back. And I think we're probably going to see maybe the new Guardians of the Globe probably have to fight off the vial or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that was something that I thought was odd about Mark is he wasn't really taking any of it seriously at first. He was just like they're explaining to him, look, if you don't help us stop this, like Satan was the one who kept her, kept her armies
take over
at bay
the earth
up until now.
Yeah.
The only reason you even exist is because of all of our battles that happened down here. Yeah, great. Yeah, if you let her go, she's going to destroy everything up above. Oh, all right, sure. And it's like he's not really. It doesn't seem like he's buying it at first.
No.
Well, and a lot of it may have been because of all the stories on Earth about Satan and being evil and all that stuff. They just didn't execute it well. Like, you don't...
Oh.
Like, he kind of says, I ain't saying Hail Satan or whatever, but it doesn't... I don't know. It just... A lot of this episode came off as flat. And just not very interesting, unfortunately. I mean, outside of Clancy, of course. But, even when we get back and Eve is telling William about her pregnancy, I was kind of like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
William was kind of like... It was a different voice for William, too.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought that was odd.
I was
Is
like,
that the first time he's been on this season?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they recasted him for the season.
Yeah. And, he was kind of like, oh, don't tell me that and all this stuff. And I was like, ugh. Came off kind of weird to me. Debbie is planning on moving in with Paul, as we know. Mark is sitting outside of his bedroom, and Eve comes out about to tell him, hey, I know.
Classic trope.
Yep. I know there's no good time for this. And then Nolan and Alan arrive.
The end.
And then we got the
It's like, oh.
we got the post 2-second credit scene where, Satan is telling Darkblood, hey, let's figure out why Volcanikka wanted to invade up there and take this over. Maybe it's something we would like to have. And I was like, cool.
Great. Okay.
Great sandwich.
Yeah. But once again, I gotta say it's I understand that they're taking the opportunity to sort of like rearrange the story and tell it in a different way than it was in the comics. They don't want it to be a 1-for-1, but I don't know. It seems like maybe there's a reason for it, but to me it seems like they're sidelining the fact that Eve is pregnant. It's like it's almost an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like it was a mid-credit scene in the last episode when she, took the test, and then it's, right at the end of this episode before he takes off with his dad. And granted, in the comics, to be fair, spoilers, but in the comics, Eve does not tell Mark until, like, well after. Like, there's several stories that happen before she finally gets around to telling him. So that part is true, but, like, it also seems like they're not giving it any gravity in the show where they did in the comic. And I don't quite understand why.
And maybe they will, but, I agree. They're not giving it much time. They're not giving it as much weight as it should be. She kind of talked about, I'm not ready to be a mom a little bit, but it didn't come off as overly genuine or serious when she was talking to William about it. And I was just kind of like, oh, man, for a show that is so good most of the time, so much of this episode just, was not good. And
What
it was
do you miss?
boring. I hate to say
Yes.
boring, but that's what it was. I watched it,
Like, I mean,
and I'm just like,
how do you have a
I know.
description of an episode? Mark goes to hell and fights demons, and it's like, but that was this was the episode.
Guys, I must admit too, I started watching this episode on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I completely passed out, and like I woke up, and Adam Eve was talking about her pregnancy, and I was like, oh shoot, I just missed a whole bunch of stuff, so I had to rewind it a bit and watch it all over again. So that doesn't bode well.
No,
not.
no, that is pretty
Episode.
There were a
bad.
lot of phone moments in this for me. I was just like, okay.
Oh yeah,
I
the
can just
phone
listen.
moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just listen and know what's going on. I'm not really missing anything. And the fact
Nope.
that everybody who died in that fight in hell didn't
Mhm.
die. There was no
No.
consequences at all.
No stakes.
No stakes. I was just like,
You know what-
oh.
This feels like excuse me. The last season of The Mandalorian. Do you remember how there were quite a few episodes where, again, same idea. They felt episodic. There was no real stakes, open and closed kind of, where it feels like the episodes could have really gone anywhere. There was no continuity.
Yeah.
This kind of feels like that. If they wouldn't have tacked on the beginning part of Mark upset about, hurting people, if they wouldn't have tacked on the Eve pregnancy thing, this could have been just a that's why I said in our chat, it felt like a filler episode. Because that's almost the way that it came
100%.
off. Like it was inconsequential. It was a side quest, as you guys put it.
and Mark didn't even really get hurt in a fight. It was like a Steven Seagal film where he just
No.
kept punching her
Yeah.
and no hurt. He wasn't like almost every
Where
other
he,
fight
he
he's in.
saunters up,
he-
and then the person flips in the air
Yeah.
30 times.
So he wasn't hurt. He didn't take any damage. He didn't have to overcome anything to win the
no.
fight. He just was stronger than her. That's not
And there wasn't
what makes
really-
things exciting.
He
There
did
really
mess
wasn't
up his
any-
shirt at the end there. So there was some damage.
Oh,
Good point.
yay.
Yes, there was some
Oh,
cut
yeah.
marks. You're right.
There was like the most
That's why I had to get a
minuscule
new
of
uniform.
character development, like barely any. We got a little bit in the beginning when he's talking to Art, but other than that,
Yeah.
I would, I guess, give it points for world building. But then again, did we need that? Was anybody wanting to know
I have a
what is
theory.
hell like in the Invincible world?
I have a theory about
Right.
maybe why they did this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it isn't, the whole Satan isn't evil was done much better on a Pale Horse by Piers Anthony, like fucking 50 years ago. Sorry, it's a family show.
Demonetized.
Yes, we're done. Sorry. But I'm wondering if it's something because the Viltrumites don't understand or respect magic. And that is why they're introducing demons, Volcanikka, Satan. And maybe that'll be kind of a weakness because maybe they feel like they need something else, like another faction to stand against the Viltrumites when they come to Earth to help Mark
Okay.
and everybody else. Like it's almost like Superman's,
I was just about to
vulnerability
say.
to magic. And they needed that to add some more.
So Dave, does Clark find out that magic hurts him anytime in Smallville?
Yes. In fact, I just watched the episode. It was season 4. No, actually, it was season 5. Yeah, when all the ladies on the show became witches, and Lana was possessed by, she was possessed by a 17th century witch, and she was able to hurt him and remove his powers with magic.
Yep, the old craft
I
episode.
wonder why you watched that episode.
That was
Because
the
he wanted a
show
better version of.
back in 2005. That was the show that hooked me on that show. That was the episode.
The aesthetics of that show are pretty pleasing also. But yeah, and
That's not a
now
bad theory.
what?
That's not a bad theory. The fact that the Viltrumites might be vulnerable to magic.
It's the only thing I can think of why they would take this turn this way. It wasn't interesting. So it must be something. And, of course, Darkblood is on Earth now again. He got his freedom, I guess, by helping or whatever. And, Satan's, of course, find out what's going on. And maybe there'll be something interesting that he finds out why Volcanikka wants to come there. Maybe there's a bigger threat, or maybe who knows. But, I hope if they do build on it, they do a little better job, because I think we've all said this was not an episode that left me wanting more. When the credits came up, I was kind of like, oh, good. Thank God.
And when
what a sign.
at the end of the show, you just looked at yourself in the mirror and said, Hurm.
Yeah.
Right.
It was the general consensus of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's my rating. Hurm.
Hurm
Out of 10.
A Hurm out of 10.
But, Mark should be emotionally spiraling now. He's guilty, distracted, maybe a little self-destructive. And outside of that first scene talking with Art, you didn't get that at all. It totally ignored it. I didn't understand.
There's
it.
no progress to his character, no growth during that whole story arc. So
Yeah, it was almost like 2 episodes smashed together.
He was a Marky downer. He was a downer, man.
Well, he did go down, down, down.
all the way
He was on the
down.
highway to hell.
And then, let's talk about what's next. Obviously Nolan and Alan have showed up.
Shows up.
Yay!
Do you think
Right.
Nolan's full heart is in this war against the Viltrumites because he's worried about Thaddeus releasing the Scourge virus and what it may do to Mark and Oliver? Do you think that's the reason
100%.
why he's joining the fight?
No, I don't think so. I think he is worried about the Scourge virus, but I don't think that's what's motivating him. I think he has finally come to terms, especially after talking with oh my gosh, what's the guy with the gun?
Not Speed Racer.
Space Racer.
Space
Space Racer, yes. I think, especially after talking with Space Racer, talking a lot with Ellen, I think he's coming to terms with maybe the Viltrumites are the baddies. Maybe we have been conquering the entire galaxy, and probably this isn't good. And I think it's a struggle for him, obviously, because on one hand, he realizes that I have to stop my people, but on the other hand, this is my entire identity. This is where I come from. This is my people.
Yeah, he went through all of the brainwashing that they send everybody through, and that's not an easy thing to break. It's not just like, yeah, okay, I'm joining your cause. Let's get him, boys. He struggles with it probably every day.
I mean, I guess you'd have to think about it if, let's say that somehow, us on planet Earth, we manage to, create space travel that it doesn't take, 3 days just to get to our own moon. What if we somehow created actual interstellar space travel, and then we find out through interacting with other alien species that Earth is just like a bunch of the worst creatures in the entire galaxy? Would we be like, oh, we should probably put a stop to Earth before they create more spaceships and ruin everything? Or are we going to be like, I can fix them?
Why would you say that about us? We're so nice. We
how
don't
about because
bomb
I think they even bring up in this episode how Earthlings are constantly fighting with each other.
we don't bomb other humans to get
No,
resources
not at all.
that maybe under the ground they're living in. We're
We don't
all
segregate
so nice
ourselves
to
by
each
class or skin color or anything like that. No, it never
other.
happens.
That does not happen
To
on
quote
Earth.
Bill Hicks, we are a virus with shoes.
That's pretty close.
Well said.
Man. Damn, that's
That might be a little
harsh
too
but
nice.
true.
That might be a little too nice. Yeah, viruses
I'll
don't
reel it
really know
out.
what they're doing.
Pirates don't know what they're doing. Oh God. That's mean to viruses.
Yeah, right? They're being really mean to viruses.
Don't you put down viruses like that?
But I wonder if Satan is going to be able to keep the vial contained also. Like, he's back to full strength or whatever, but I still just don't buy that Volcanikka is defeated or so weak.
No.
She
no.
has
No.
something else going on, and I think she's going to come back, and maybe she's like, okay, you have your hero. I'll step back in the shadows for a while because I have something else I can do. And I wonder if we're going to see the Vial escape and come to Earth, and we'll need Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it happens when Nolan and Alan and Mark are away, it's going to be trouble, because I thought it would 100% be Conquest coming back to Earth when they're all gone, and him just destroying the Guardians and everybody else. But maybe it could be the Vial, or we may not see anything more from this. From this little episode, this plot line, until later seasons. I just don't know anymore.
I think that, we probably will see them again, probably in a later season. I mean,
but why? Why?
Well,
I don't know another way to phrase this, but I hope so. Otherwise, this episode will have been a complete waste from start to finish.
This is
at this
Chekhov's
point,
gun.
I hope they bring them back.
This is Chekhov's gun. You don't introduce a sealed army, a demonic super weapon, a cosmic scale threat without using a leader.
Yeah,
true.
Exactly.
And do you guys think we're going to get like sprinkled in Ka-Hor just adjusting to being a lady the entire time? You know?
I hope
Trying to use the bathroom, buying a pack of tampons, you know? It's like, what is going on here?
So, were you gonna like take over the world? I'm too busy.
Busy.
You think you're busy?
But he told me how hard this is.
Since they're both in there, do they have conversations while they're in there too? Can she talk to him while he's possessing her body?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, you are gonna need to go to the store pretty soon here. Something's about
buddy.
to happen. And you ain't ready
Am
for
I
it.
bleeding profusely? Am I dying?
Am I dying? Oh God.
No, you're not dying, but we gotta talk.
Yes.
I think if I remember, I'm pretty sure Ka-Hor is only in the show too. I think that's also
another
show
invention
only
of the
character.
show.
I don't.
He hasn't been in the comics. I've been reading.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he's in the comics at all.
Cohort? That's a good name.
It's Ka-Hor.
Ka-Hor.
You call them a whore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ka-Hor.
but
He's even worse.
I don't remember him being in the comics at all. I'm pretty sure he's TV show only. So that's another one where I mean I get it. So like it's a gag that they keep doing when they keep like showing him and he's gonna take over. He's gonna do something. But like now that he finally has given in and said okay fine I'll possess this woman. Is this another character that's going to? Is this, as Keith put it, another Chekhov's gun? Did we see him because it's going to matter later, or is this just something they're going to drop because they thought it was funny for that one moment, but it's not actually going to?
I think it's just going to be for comedic timing later on, and just gags that they're setting up for this character. Nothing's ever going to happen with this character. It's going to be a threat. He's just going to fumble along in the modern world.
That would be kind of
and they'll just show it every now and then. Yeah.
Okay, now, do you think Nolan is going to let Mark know about the Scourge virus and that the Coalition has it?
In order for Mark to participate, he's going to need something like that.
I don't know if Nolan is going to tell Mark, but I know that Mark will probably find out.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I think Mark is going to look at the position that he's in right now and say, I got too much going on. I can't help you. And he's going to need some motivation.
Do you want a spoilers based on the comics, or do you want me to keep it to myself?
Well, you remember they're not doing everything with the comics, so
right?
I'm
True.
sure you could tell us. And...
So it could or could not be like that. So
right.
Well,
go for it.
In the comics, Mark does find out about the Scourge virus, but not because anybody told him. His brother discovered it.
Interesting.
Now, the reason why I kind of agree with Chris, why I think this might change, is in the show, Oliver is way more of a... He's nicer. He's more developed as a character in the show. And he's almost a bit of a moral compass to Mark at times, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's learned. He's learned. And he was the one who stopped Mark from taking things too far. In the comics, that is not Oliver. Oliver worships his father. Oliver thinks that maybe Omni-Man might have been right. And Oliver really does not care much for Earthlings.
Yeah, that is definitely different from the show.
Yes. So Oliver is the one who discovers the Scourge virus because nobody mentions it to any of them. He discovers it and decides he's going to take it upon himself to take care of things. And I'll leave it at that. I'll let you guys, watch. We'll see if they, who knows, they might stick with a similar storyline in the show. I'm not sure, but I don't know if it would make as much sense now, again, considering the character development they've given Oliver. Just like I said, I don't think they're going to stick with the same storyline for Debbie. I think that's going to be quite a bit different as well.
Oh, yeah. I hope so.
100%.
I hope so.
At least I hope so, yes.
Absolutely.
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 And
And
honestly,
for those of you out there playing the home game, whenever one of us says that word, we all take a drink. So if you hear us say absolutely, feel free to take a drink along with us.
Yes.
please do.
That, along with Crazy Town, which was not much used very well.
Now,
And Cat.
I like the fact that the Scourge virus was created by this leader of the coalition. It's not making the coalition to be such goody goodies. When, hey, you killed billions of people with this, and he's like, oh, it's for the greater goods. Mark might not see it that way, 100%. It might make him kind of be shy about teaming up with the coalition because you guys take the Viltrumites out. Who's stopping you from being the exact same thing?
Yeah.
Right.
He's more than meets the eye, that one.
And I keep thinking,
Transformers.
Roll out.
Now, if Mark does go with Nolan and Alan into space,
He will.
and Conquest comes back, or the Vile attack, or some other major attack happens, some other superpower, and Eve tries to help out and has a meltdown, hurts somebody because her powers aren't working right, or gets hurt herself. I mean, will Mark come running back? Because Mark still doesn't know. I don't know if he's going to find out.
No.
She may be like, oh, you need to go off, so I'll wait till you get back to tell you. And I mean, something bad may happen to her, or something bad may happen because of her. She's trying to fight somebody when her powers are on the fritz, and a lot of people get killed, including some maybe Guardians of the Globe or something. I just see something bad happening because of her lack because she can't control her powers.
No, and I see it being used as a plot element for Mark and where he's at mentally too, because he's like, no, if anybody's gonna mess with my family, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna do that. So if he finds out he's gonna be a father, how is that gonna push him? Is it gonna make him more deadly? Is it gonna make him more aggressive, or is he gonna take a step back and reevaluate everything that he's doing?
I see it as him doubling down on his mission to protect Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to make him more deadly to the Viltrumites.
Oh yeah, yeah, I could definitely see that.
And we'll probably see Thrag closing in a little bit, Conquest, whatever his new mission is going to be, probably just murdering people wherever he sees them. So
he's just so lonely, Keith.
Yeah, I just want him in a good relationship. Find that soulmate of his. Maybe Lucy.
He'll find it one day, yes. Yeah, be interesting to see where next week goes, because I hope we're back on track after this derailment of episode 4.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way because, the first episode was right on point with Mark, and then the second episode we had our side quest kind of with Alan and Nolan. So maybe it's like every other episode. I hope not.
I hope not, too.
But that bodes well for next week, guys. Hopefully that means that next week's episode is going to be great.
But even with the Grand Tour, I mean, there was so much going on and so much lore we learned, and it was, I
1,000% love that episode way more than this one.
So
speaking of, I meant to tell you guys this, and I forgot. The whole parody of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Again, not really present in the comics. I mean, they look the same. They are flying clearly, a rundown ship, and all the characters look like Star Trek characters, but they have almost no lines in the comic. They're there to welcome everybody on board, and that's pretty much it. They don't really do anything else. So there's no, telling each other, giving each other orders. There's no, having to take over the ship because they're so incompetent. They aren't constantly trying to repair things. Yeah. None of that is present.
Number one, I command you to do a number two.
Make it so.
Make it so, number two.
Well, that's all the thoughts I had. That's about as much effort as I could put into thinking about Invincible after that episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you saying we should give this our final ratings?
I believe so, sir, yes.
I think it's time.
Do that. I'll start.
Dave.
I was really just disappointed in this show. I mean, I heard Clancy Brown's voice, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Anything he does is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But then the rest of the show, we went over. It was boring. It was not relevant. I like I said, I had phone moments. Didn't care to see what was going on the screen. I figured I could just keep it, listen to it and know what was going on. I just hope that it, like you say, I hope it picks up again next week. I mean, I know I was down on the first 3 episodes, but this one's even worse. So I don't even think I'm going to give this a 5. I'm going to give it a 4. This week's episode. Who's next?
I mean, agree with you 100%. I was kind of, when it first started and Mark was talking to Art, I was like, okay, digging into it. And then when he finally gets to hell and I was kind of like, leaned back in my chair and was just like, okay, is this going to go somewhere interesting? And I just kept waiting for it and waiting for it and waiting for it. It never got there. Everything about this show, like, it just seemed like a pale comparison to the show before. Like, there was nothing interesting about. They usually take twists on the normal superhero story. We didn't really get that. I don't know if their big twist was, oh, hell isn't where bad people go. It's just the crust of the earth, and we're keeping a worse villain down by torturing them. And I was kind of like, it's been done before. Cool, I guess. Nice work.
Was that basically Little Nicky?
I never saw that. But like, there was a book by Piers Anthony back in the 80s called On a Pale Horse, when it talked about how Satan does all the stuff to keep everything in check. And this was kind of almost exactly like it, from what I remember. I haven't read it in many years, and I was just kind of like, okay. And then you're hoping, like, okay, they're going to have a fight with a bunch of demons. Mark's going to be there. And it was the most vanilla fight we've ever gotten in Invincible.
Yeah.
I was really shocked by how lackluster it was. I don't know if they ran out of time or just thought that was going to be interesting, or that was the big twist. Mark doesn't have to get near death to win a fight. And, then we get the, Eve coming out to tell Mark, and then Nolan and Alan show up. And that's where it ends. And then we get, Satan telling Darkblood, find out why, Volcanikka wants to do it. So there wasn't really anything interesting that really made me care after I turned off the TV. So, but it still wasn't terrible. It was just average. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10 on the Doug scale, which I think is the lowest I've ever given an episode of Invincible. And if memory serves, this was probably the worst episode of all 4 seasons of Invincible. I can't remember one that I thought less of. So let's hope it picks up next week.
And the world seems to agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Which I did find it funny. I don't remember which one of you shared it in our chat, but considering it was like the lowest rated episode, and then the rating was 7.4. That's that does say a lot about Invincible. The fact that even its lowest rated episode is still a pretty high rating. Where, like, obviously there are fans out there that clearly still they liked something out of this. I can't say that I hated this episode. I wasn't like mad at it. I was more indifferent, I guess would be the way that I would put it. So I think a good average rating is appropriate for this. The fact of the matter is, what we said basically throughout this review, the fact that it's completely skippable. I don't think anything except the very ending would even matter because even the opening part where Invincible is talking to Art doesn't go anywhere in this episode. So it's more of a continuation of the last episode, but with no reason to exist, no purpose. The only part that you would really need, again, is not even the mid-credit scene, just the end of the episode where you see Nolan and Alan come to pick up Mark. But in all honesty, they'll most likely recap that in the next episode. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is one of those you could skip it. I don't think it really matters. I don't know if Amazon, asked them to make this. I know that every now and again, whenever there is a production company that is looking at putting a show on TV, they want there to be some sort of rerun episode that they can show whenever, where it's not going to matter if it's not within the continuity. You guys recall Avatar: The Last Airbender? They had a very famous episode that was poorly rated called The Divide. Same idea. It was a useless episode, probably similar, like a 7 out of 10, on the scale, because everybody loves Avatar: The Last Airbender. But this one episode it had no purpose. They come to like a canyon. They can't cross it with Appa. They're flying bison, so they have to walk through it, and then they get to the other side, and that's the whole episode. It's like so, but they have to do that because sometimes their production companies, they want to make sure they've got something that they can put when it goes into syndication. I don't know if that's the plan for Invincible. I don't know if Amazon is toying with the idea of putting something out there on broadcast television, but if they do, that would make sense. If not, if this truly was like a love letter from the creators, like this is the story they truly wanted to tell, I would have to ask why. I would have to know. I hope that Keith is right. I hope that there's a purpose, that maybe the Viltrumites are weak to magic. Maybe we're going to see the Vial later on. Maybe it's going to matter down the line. But right now, you're not missing anything. So I'm with Keith. 5 out of 10. It's whatever.
All right, Chris. See if you can go lower than me.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to standalone episodes and bottle episodes is what they're called, you can make those extremely interesting as long as you have a really good story. The Fly from Breaking Bad, it's one of the all-time greatest bottle episodes out there.
Who was that directed by? Do you know, Chris?
I can't remember.
Rian Johnson.
Oh, okay.
I know his name is Rian.
Nice. The good old Rian Johnson.
Rian.
He does good with other things besides certain properties, but nevertheless, there are ways to make shows have these standalone episodes that work too. Another good example is Last of Us with Nick Offerman's episode. That was such a good one in The Last of Us. Paradise.
Oh, yeah,
also
that
has
wasn't
done
even
a
in the
lot.
game. Yeah,
No, yeah.
and that
Yeah,
was a
Paradise
fantastic episode.
I loved it. And so you can do that. There's ways to make these standalone episodes intriguing, captivating, keep your attention so you don't fall asleep. But this one didn't do it. This one didn't do that for me, obviously. And I was looking at my phone too, Dave, so I had the same issue with that. And yeah, it was superfluous when it came to the complete story of Invincible. And I do like side quests. I do like side stories and things like that. I just want them to be well done and well thought of. As far as hell goes, like you think there would have been a lot more demons, fighting for Satan and everything. I'm like, oh, what's going on here too? It's only this little faction that can fight against these lava creatures that seem to be kicking their asses left and right. But yeah, it wasn't necessary. Like you guys said, you made great points. I'm right there with you. And for my rating, so on the Doug scale, let's just talk about the Doug scale for a second. If it's lower than a 5, it means we don't want to watch it again. It's not rewatchable, right?
Less than average, yes.
Less than average. So yeah, we will. I'm gonna give this. We'll do it. I'm gonna be the new Dave. 4 out of 5 for me on this episode. I don't care to revisit this episode. And you can skip this. There's no reason to revisit this one in the Invincible story. So And I do hope, Keith, that you're right, that this eventually leads to something better. But at this point in time, I don't have that information, so I can't operate on what might happen.
No,
so 4 out of 5 for me.
It may become it may become important down the road if they add something to it, but right now, gigantic waste of time.
Yep.
They just got, it's like Keith playing a video game. You know, Keith likes to go and do all the side quests and see everything that they've placed in the game. And that's really interesting when you're playing a game. But when you're watching a show, you don't need to explore everything you think of. You know, they got so many different things on this show that they take one episode and then the person, like we were saying this last week, they don't come back for like a full season. And that shows me you either don't have a lot of confidence in what you have going on this season, and you're just continually setting other things up. You know, you're doing too much.
It shows me that they just need to stick to the source material. Like when it comes to this stuff, going too off track doesn't work.
Right.
If that's what we get when they go off track, please no more of it.
No more. Yep.
All right, but anyone out in the chat, if you would like to let us know what you thought of Hurm on the Doug scale.
Is there anyone out there that loved this episode? Let us know in the comments, because I would really like to know your opinion on it. I want to understand that perspective. So
there's got to be like that one person out there that was like, this is my favorite episode. Oh my gosh. Absolutely loved it.
Absolutely loved it. By the way,
Absolutely.
Even if you're not watching live, we'd love to hear in the comments.
Yeah. Comment, like, and while you're at it, subscribe. Why you've been watching this for an hour now, so I feel like you should subscribe. Yeah.
Please do.
I'll be right back. I get a drink.
Okay, we will wait for you to get back before we start our Maul Shadow Lord Theory-Palooza.
Yep.
Man, maybe that's what I should have put on the thumbnail instead. Make that the centerpiece.
Oh yeah, there wasn't any Maul on the thumbnail.
Maybe we'll break it up into multiple videos for the YouTube's channel.
I like that idea.
That idea.
Yeah. This guy's full of good ideas. I see why you keep him around.
It's certainly not my good looks.
Well, like they say, you know, Chris has a face made for radio, so.
Please, opposite.
Yeah, right.
You're averaging out our old man age. That we're the vibe that we give off.
You can see a lot of gray coming in here, and there's a lot on top too. I'm getting
Chris.
Oh man!
Don't ever admit it's gray. Platinum blonde.
Platinum blonde. Okay.
Yeah. The next time you do that, you might want to put on some clothes. Oh wait, my mic's on. Oh shit! Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, my sister-in-law thought I had highlights in my hair. Like, no.
Oh no.
These aren't highlights.
Yeah. Went to the
what
salon.
43 is like.
Went to the salon today.
Yeah. You know me, Malibu Chris. So.
Oh, how's everything going, Dave?
Speaking of salons,
Good.
You got pants back on, Dave?
Not my pants.
Oh. Is he your roommate?
There's people cooking, and I just grabbed my drink and came back.
Okay, good.
We just leave it at that.
Speaking of salons, have you guys ever had like a dedicated person who did your hair and then they left? No? Oh
No.
man. Like ever since I got out of the army, like I was used to having somebody just with a vacuum tube attached. And when I realized that I could actually have hair, I ended up like, I found somebody. I'm like, oh, you're really good. You're at figuring out my, crazy nonsense hair. It was nice to have somebody that knew what they were doing. She ended up getting pretty bad arthritis in her hands and had to retire. And so it took forever to finally find somebody new. And now she went and moved like to some haircut place like 2 hours away or something. I'm like, shoot. So now I've got to find somebody else to cut my hair. And it's a struggle for me.
Doug, there's a common denominator.
I'm noticing as I said that. I'm like, maybe it's me. Am I the problem?
You do got some thick hair.
No, it's them. They're the problem.
Maybe she's got arthritis for cutting that hair. She's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
She goes home, she's icing her
I'm
hands.
ruining the. They're like,
Did
oh.
Doug come in again today? Yes, he needed a full trip.
It's like, what happened? Doug was in today.
Like, I'm going to just start telling that guy to shave.
Yeah. Oh, and if you guys out there don't realize this, yeah, when you're in the military, you have to stay in regs all the time with your hair. So I was getting it cut almost weekly because my hair grows so fast. It was just like, it can't be touching your ears. Has to be trimmed up around the collar. It can't be like more than like 4 inches on top. So yeah, it was always a struggle.
Yep, always going down and getting it cut. But
every time,
gentlemen, let's talk Maul Shadow Lord. It's not out yet.
Yeah.
But let's talk some theories. Let's talk about what we think will happen in this, what we assume to be wonderful show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think...
All right, let's break out the theories.
I think it's safe to say that he's probably going to be rebuilding Crimson Dawn.
Yep.
We know this takes place after the Siege of Mandalore, where he was kind of captured but escaped after Order 66. You know, he's probably...
But I assume it takes place before Solo.
Yes,
that's what I was
before
going to ask.
Yes.
Yes.
And so he'll be, you know, getting the remains of the Shadow Collective, maybe absorbing Black Sun, the Pikes, just trying to build this into a single. His goal for the show will be building this into a single empire. So it'll be interesting to see him kind of transition from like almost like a warlord to a crime boss, and hopefully we get a better version of a crime boss than we got in the Book of Boba Fett.
This will be their opportunity to fix past mistakes. Now,
Kind of
I wonder because they've been. Let me say this as nice as possible because this is a positive thing for me, but I don't want to sound degrading. They've been picking a lot from the novels that have existed before and picking pieces that fit and kind of discarding things that they don't like for the story anymore. And I have to wonder now, are they going to like keep Maul's obsession with Kenobi, or is that going to be kind of a secondary thing?
Kenobi.
I think it's going to be a secondary thing for most of it, but I think things that'll happen throughout the series will trigger, because we know he's going to be out of the crime lord business when he and once what we've seen in Rebels, and we know
by the time Ezra finds him. Yes.
So we're gonna get there somehow, and I think his inability to let go of his obsession with Kenobi may be why he is ousted as, you know, Shadow Lord.
Kenobi.
Okay.
Kenobi.
Yeah.
Now another question for you all: do you think there are some Mandalorians out there still loyal to him?
100% yes.
Yeah.
I even put on here the Mandalorian remnants. He will gather them up, recruit them back, and it'll be a main part of his, because they were loyal to him, probably as loyal as you would want anybody.
They
ever.
respected his strength.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
And especially the sect of the Mandalorians that were all about, you know, war and fighting.
Gar Saxton.
Yes. And I remember back in the earlier days when The Mandalorian first came out, we theorized that the Armorer maybe was one of the people who, you know, was still loyal to him.
She had the little horns in her helmet. That would be interesting if we found out in Maul Shadow Lord that the Armorer was a what were we? Maul DeLorean.
A Maul DeLorean, yes, I remember that. Right.
You can travel in time?
Yes, that's going to be the big surprise twist.
In time.
Oh,
No, we're not doing any time travel. We don't do that. Stupid. We're not doing it, Morty. Time travel is lame. No.
that's right. Rick don't like it.
Now,
Yeah, there are some theories that she's going to show up, the Armorer. So
That would be sweet.
cool. That would be cool. Do you guys think Mother Talzin's death is going to like haunt him in this series a little bit? Do you think it'll be an emotional layer to him? Because if you read the comics, which if you're on our YouTube page, Darth Maul, son of Dathomir, we did a back issue breakdown for, she sacrifices herself to save Maul. I wonder if that's
Mhm.
going
But
to weigh on him.
does she ever really die?
We might find out this series.
Yeah.
would
But
be-
Sam Witwer's talked about Savage Opress and how like he's more
I'm sorry,
haunted
who?
by that.
Savage Opress.
Savage Opress. That guy. Yeah, they talk a lot about how like he's going to be very troubled about that, because he basically was his apprentice, and now Maul's looking for another apprentice, so he's going to be very haunted by his past mistakes with his brother. So
I wonder if
I'll
we
do
might,
it right this time.
And I wonder if we do, if there is some mother tales and stuff, we'll get a little more dark magic. We'll get maybe some Night Sister lore expansion, because we did see some Night Sisters in Ahsoka season 1 in Peridia. I wonder if they will build on that. We know didn't Thrawn go to Dathomir when he got back to this
he did.
universe?
That's where he lands. Yeah,
Okay, so I wonder if we'll
they're
get
doing something special on Dathomir.
get something in this to help with Dathomir lore, Night Sisters, and all that that'll feed into Ahsoka. That would be pretty cool.
He left his Walkman there, and he had to go get it.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. And what I'm really hoping we get some of, I hope it doesn't, because I do want a lot of the crime, the underworld stuff with this, but I hope we get Maul versus the Empire. I hope that plays a factor in it, even though Sidious
I think it will.
had said he no longer matters. I think that's only going to drive Maul even harder.
Because he's overlooking him.
Yep.
He's taking him for granted
yeah.
that he's out of the picture, and that's not going to sit well.
It would be interesting to see, like, I don't think there's going to be any direct interaction, but it'd be interesting to see if he was present during any of the shenanigans that the Bad Batch were doing during the same time. Like, if maybe he maybe he didn't directly interact with them, but maybe he helped escalate things, like where maybe they were in a jam, he might have set off an explosion or something, just because the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. Like, well, they're fighting the same guys that I don't like, and I may not like them, but I certainly don't like the Empire.
I hate Sidious much more than I hate the Bad Batch.
Right, exactly. It just kind of has me wondering. Now, the other thing that I am a little curious about is, do we think that Maul is going to struggle with maintaining his grasp on the dark side? Do you think, you mentioned some sort of emotions earlier with Mother Talzin, but do you think he's going to have an emotional attachment to his new apprentice, who I think we're all pretty much assuming is probably going to be Darth Talon?
They may change the name to just Talon.
Right.
Because
he probably won't give her the title Darth, since he doesn't consider himself a Sith anymore.
No.
And I think he even told Ahsoka it's just Maul.
Yeah.
Plus, she serves coffee.
That's very clever, Doug. I was just thinking of this too. It's like, wouldn't it be crazy, but really genius for them to play upon that attachment issue, and maybe the attachment is what brings him closer to the light side. Maybe not all the way. Obviously, it's Maul, but
no, but it would be fun to see him struggle.
Yeah, attachments are for the Sith. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Have you listened to Yoda? Have you ever listened to Yoda?
Luke didn't listen to that.
He didn't.
No.
The thing that not to tangent too much here, but the thing that I think the Jedi don't really understand, and it's never really they don't really get into too much, is, except for Anakin, he sort of touches on it, but in his own Anakin way.
Yeah.
It's not so much the idea of attachment and love. They're fine with that. It's it's your attachment to someone's life where you don't want to let them go and be a part of the circle of life or the Force and return to the Force, where you're unnaturally extending someone's life when you shouldn't. I think that's where, or when you put one individual over the greater population.
Mm-hmm. Obsession.
I think that's more in line with the light, but I don't know if the Jedi are very good at explaining that.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Spock.
So right. Yoda does say that attachments are for the Sith. I almost wonder if Because the Sith are more like their attachments, as far as they go, they seem to see other people as tools, as a means to gain more power. And I think Maul is going to struggle with that because I think he is actually going to grow attached to this young former Jedi, where he's going to see her as more of a tool, and he may even put himself in harm's way to save her.
Now, let me ask you this question. As far as we know, Talon is no longer with him in the events in Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that she is going to challenge him like the rule of two always is? When the apprentice gets strong enough, challenge the master to become the new master. Or
Possibly.
do we think that he's going to let her go? Be your own thing. I can't deal with you anymore. Something along those lines. Because I kind of hope she's still out there somewhere. And she may pop up somewhere else and not just be, killed by Maul in a duel at the end of this. But if they did that, I would also get it. It would make sense.
My personal theory,
because he's Maul is his own thing.
Yeah.
And so he'd be like, this is what the Sith do. We are not Sith. I'm not doing it this way. If you want to leave, just go.
Do you think he'll take multiple apprentices then?
If he feels the need to. I don't know that he would want to, because on one hand, he doesn't seem to be that all in on continuing the ways of the Sith. Well, it seems like he's totally fine with, embracing the dark side. Like, that's cool. That works for him. But the teachings of the Sith, not so much. So I don't think he's going to be hardcore rule of two. By the way, one day you've got to challenge and defeat me. That kind of thing.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you think he'll take other apprentices? He doesn't care about Sith.
I don't, because I don't think he cares. Regardless, I think that honestly, if whatever ends up happening in the episode where she gets introduced, if whatever situation where her and him end up meeting, if it didn't happen, I don't think he would have taken any apprentice. I think we're going to see him struggle with that as well. Like, it's something he didn't really want to do, or maybe she's tagging along and he's like, "Go away! I don't do apprentices." No.
See, I think there's a very
his main
good
motive,
chance.
and
Go ahead,
he's
Chris.
going to create like an army of people.
Yeah, I think he is going to see how Palpatine uses the Inquisitors, and he may try to turn Inquisitors to his side, or grab other, almost like they are his captains out in the field. He is going to have a plethora. It really means a lot. Of Force-sensitive dark side users that are his captains out and about in the galaxy.
So we could
not
get
a
the
bad
third
idea.
sister on the show, Keith. Your favorite character?
She might be on the show. She better be dead by the end of her meeting with Maul.
Now we determine whether that was what's his name, Malik from Ahsoka?
Yeah, Malik. Yeah,
Malik or whatever. Yeah.
Rami Malek?
Not
But
the actor,
anyway,
no.
was that him that showed up in that one scene in the trailer?
if it's not him, it looks exactly.
It looks
like him.
just like it.
So
I wonder if we're going to actually finally get a character out of this guy, other than the fact that
I know,
he's a
right?
smoke monster.
At least explain like how he came to be or how he survived this entire time,
Right?
And
To show up
which
for Ahsoka.
Night Sister turned him into smoke.
Ah, yes.
Ooh, what if Maul is messing with magic?
Oh, I did
can
not
see it.
think of that.
He created him.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
And he's always got to have the same outfit on, or else he will just seep right out of it.
In fact, maybe that'll be one of his apprentices.
Yeah,
Could be.
Dave's right.
Imagine how creepy that would be. Like, they're in hyperspace and like, okay, let's go ahead and rest while we're on our way to our next destination. And Malik is just like the entire time just staring at them, breathing out like, do you not sleep? Oh, that's right. You can't talk. You're a smoke monster.
Are we talking about Lost here now?
I mean, talking about greatest endings for show. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do have another theory about who potentially Talon. I don't know if that's who she's going to end up being, but I have another theory, kind of in line with what you were talking about before, Keith. As far as what we think, why we don't see her in Rebels. This one's a bit darker though. My theory as to why we don't see her, why she isn't mentioned, other than the fact that, as far as Rebels is concerned, she probably just didn't exist as an idea at that point. But
Yeah.
other than that, my theory is Maul is going to, again, after struggling with his grasp on the dark side, I think at the end of whether this is like just one season or like 5 seasons, I think at the end we're gonna see him trying to get away from whoever or whatever is chasing him, and he leaves her behind on purpose.
That's something he would definitely do.
Like he uses her as like a what do you call it, bait or whatever. Like let's the people who are after him, like, go after her, and then he jumps on a ship. Wait, Maul, don't leave me.
What
And
if
then he just
what if
flies
the
away.
person Maul is running from is Sidious, and he turns Talon into an Inquisitor on his side?
Oh Lord.
Oh, I
That'd be
like
even
that.
darker, dang.
Yeah.
Because now she's going to have that those darker feelings of betrayal and hatred.
Yep.
Oh, and that would be good.
Hatred.
Oh, those Twi'leks.
I know.
Not the Twi'leks, at Jabba's palace dancing and making us all happy. She's evil. She wants to
Now-
hurt us so
Yeah.
bad.
Would that be the second red woman in an episode in a stream where I say, yeah, that's pretty hot? Yes.
Giddy up.
Yeah.
Now, do you think while Maul is rebuilding his criminal empire, his syndicate, his Crimson Dawn, do you think we'll see a young Drayden Voss?
Probably. Yes, I could see
Yeah.
that.
I think that would be a nice way to lead into Solo a bit. Expand that
Works
character
underneath
a
him.
bit.
Yeah.
Maybe even get some more appreciation for that movie.
I hope so, because it was a good movie.
I am curious, Chris. I don't know if we've ever asked you, what were your thoughts on it? Because I think the three of us pretty much decided it's a pretty good movie. It's fine. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it was fun.
I liked
I
it.
think it was. Yeah, I thought it was better than the sequels. So I enjoyed it a lot more than that. Yeah, Darth Maul was definitely shoehorned in there, and
Yeah.
originally they had written something else, and it wasn't Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to be our first Star Wars movie without a lightsaber, but that kind of ruined
Yeah.
everything when it came to that. So I didn't like that ending when I saw it. So I was like, I just don't like that reveal. But overall, it was a nice little roller coaster movie. So
I took issue with the way they made the Pikes look in that movie.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
great.
They didn't look anything like they did in
yeah, they
Clone
look
Wars.
different in Clone Wars. Yeah, and they stuck with the Clone Wars design for the pikes and everything. And
Yeah.
other stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I wonder if we do get a second season and a third season of Darth Maul's Shadow Lord, if they are going to go forward in the future past Solo, so we get more Kira as well, and
That would
you
be
know,
interesting.
because I think especially with this character that's like Talon, there's going to be some sort of tragedies where she's either killed or turns to the dark side or goes with Sidious, and Darth Maul bringing in Kira is going to be like his replacement for that, his vindication for that. He's like, oh, I'm not going to fail her. I want to help her out. But then we know that things go wrong after that too. So we got to get to Rebels. Rebels is going to be the end of this whole series, I'm sure. So we're going to get the conclusion of whatever we saw in Solo and the ending for what we saw in Rebels. So
If
It
Maul
would be
Shadow Lord
interesting.
ends with him traveling to Tatooine,
Yes, I was just
Yes.
thinking that. It would
Not
be
after one
interesting to
season,
see what he
No,
was
not after one
doing.
season.
no, has to be multiple seasons for that. So
I agree. I kind of hope it is. Because there are a lot of stories that we could tell about Maul during this period. Because,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
what is he doing this whole time other than trying to run his criminal empire? I mean, he's got to be constantly on the run, on the lookout for whoever might be after him.
Yep.
There's so many stories that could be told.
And as you know, with criminal organizations, they just don't lie down and let someone take over. We are going to see not only him being chased possibly by Sidious and the Empire, Inquisitors, maybe, dark stormtroopers, who knows, whatever. On that side, there's going to be a rival crime syndicate that could emerge to go against him, and just other, criminal organizations fighting against him to not be engulfed into what he's building. So there's a lot of, antagonists for him in this series. And, one of the things that Chris said that I didn't think of when we had the our Maul theory, or not, our Maul in focus, was talking about if Thrawn shows up, a young Thrawn, early on in his Imperial Navy career, could
Major
go
Thrawn.
against him. That would, what, Dave?
Major Thrawn.
Yes, yes. Ensign Thrawn.
Major pain.
But seeing him and being able to see him like outwitting Thrawn, because he's a much better tactician, but Maul just has a lot more power. But seeing him trying to get trapped in, and then maybe honestly Thrawn could go to Sidious and be like, you know what, we can use him. We can't let him know we want it, but there's a way for us to get him to do some of our bidding by just setting up certain events. And we could see Sidious and Thrawn's, intellect, maneuvering Maul where they want him to go, and he finds out and will probably, be a tad upset, to say the least.
And I just thought of this too. Is Thrawn has a connection with the Night Sisters as well, so we are going to probably see some sort of intersection between Maul and Mithron Yroto in this.
Dang, you said
That's his
that
full
good.
name. Yeah. I heard it a lot in the audiobook, so. Sully!
They said, "What up,
A
Sully?"
big 10-year-old.
My headset crashed.
It crashed or just died?
No, it crashed.
Well, just reboot it.
But that still does not
Have you
work.
tried turning it on and off again?
Yes.
I got 1 frame per second. Actually, 1 frame per minute.
If you guys out there don't know, Keith actually cloned himself. And, you see him every now and then. So, Not Your Status Quo is going to be on the air for hundreds of years.
Unfortunately, he doesn't understand genetics yet, so he's really enjoying his full head of hair now.
It's okay, Sully.
Okay, now I wonder if I was thinking about this, the term Shadow Lord, since it's in the title. Do you think that he will claim that title by the end of the first season, or do you think it's something that'll be building out through however many seasons we get? I hope 10.
Or do you think it's just the title of the show and it's never going to be said in the show at all?
No, they don't do that anymore. They use the name.
Said the name.
You said it.
I don't know. If he decides that he needs some sort of title other than Maul the crime lord, if he needs to go by Maul the Shadow Lord too, sure.
I don't think he's going to give it to himself. I think it may be something.
Okay, well, if other people call him Maul the Shadow Lord and he decides to accept it and be like, yeah, sure, then sure, cool.
I think they'll call him Shadow Lord because they don't know who it is per se. Like, not everyone.
I think it's going to be used as like
playing.
Well, yeah, I guess he would be kind of an unknown at this point because the only people who were really aware of him would have been the Trade Federation. They're all gone by now, and and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. That's probably about it. I guess nobody else would really
Sidious.
know. Sidious. I guess it'd be pretty much it.
He could have his captains doing all the. Doing a lot of the work.
Which we see him doing in Solo. So nobody knows who he is, except for the higher up.
That's a good point. Yeah, that could very well be a thing.
Heisenberg.
Yeah, Heisenberg, Fulcrum.
Say my name.
Oh, speaking of Mandalorians, I wonder if he's going to encounter Bo-Katan. What if she sees him and she's like, "Usurper!"
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I would
If
like
we
that.
get,
I
like,
would kill for
further
a
seasons,
Chase
I'd love to see
episode
that.
where he's like
Dude,
constantly
no.
on the run.
Neither one would die in a battle, though.
Right,
You know.
exactly. I mean, obviously, neither of them are going to die.
Yeah,
But
no stakes.
just trying
Yeah.
to watch him evade this like never-ending hunt. Like, oh my God, will she just give up?
Is she still
Right.
there? Okay.
And apparently, there's stuff alluded, and I've been looking on for theories and everything before, and there's this alluded event where Vader and Maul actually did have some sort of a skirmish.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see it or not. I don't know if I want Vader in this, but that's
if they do it
that's
right,
one of the theories.
please. If
They
it's
have to
just
do it
shoehorned in because people want
Yeah.
to see Vader versus Maul, then no, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as they don't bring back Rebels Vader, because terrible design.
Yeah.
Now let's talk some cameos. Some cameos we think we might
Cad
see.
Bane.
Cad Bane would be awesome.
Cad Bane.
That would be.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think there's going to be a lot of use of bounty hunters in this, especially
Mhm.
Sidious can't really confront Maul directly, and Maul is probably going to need a lot of help until he gathers up his own Force-sensitive captains to help him do
Yeah.
things. So I think that's a very good guess. We'll probably see, hopefully, Bosk. Maybe
Ooh.
young Boba Fett.
Oh,
Size
I would love to
noodles.
see a Boba Fett storyline throughout this.
That would be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Who's that
think
one
we?
they always make fun of on Robot Chicken?
Oh,
You know what I'm
Dengar.
talking about? Dengar. I would like to see
Oh
that.
yeah.
See how he got all wrapped up? Maybe Maul did that to him. Scarred him up a lot.
Yeah,
You never know.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like you either.
And I kind of talked about this earlier. One of my locked in most likely cameos I wrote down was Drayden Voss.
Yeah,
I
I can
think
see that.
Pretty much locked in. I
It
don't
would
know.
make sense.
Yeah, we know he's his top lieutenant in Solo, so he's got to get
Mhm.
there somehow. It's any Black Sun leadership.
Ooh, yeah.
How about Fennec?
Fennec Shand. Oh, I hope so.
What about Asajj Ventress?
Yes and yes, especially with what we know was going on in the Bad Batch and everything else.
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting because she's much like him. She's not Jedi. She's not Sith. She's
Yeah, very similar
Force-sensitive.
character.
Yeah. They may be able
Anya
to.
Taylor-Joy?
That would be.
What?
That would be all right. Did we get a comment or something?
No.
Oh,
I was just thinking she should be played, if she's on the show, by Anya Taylor-Joy. That way
Yes.
she would do the voice for her, and then she can do the live action as well.
Do the I 100% sign off on that.
Oh, yeah.
Asajj Ventress.
Yep.
Yeah.
we fully support that. And then maybe the Pikes like Marg Krim.
Yeah.
They're
I
obviously
think
active.
we do see the Pikes in the trailer, so
Oh,
they're,
we
they're
do, you're
fighting
right.
against the Pikes. Yeah.
Yep.
So they will show up, and they are a crime syndicate. So yeah, a lot of interaction with that. Maybe the Hutts. We'll get some Hutts in there too, because they're a big criminal syndicate during this time.
And then we did talk about this earlier too. The Mandalorians. I think we'll definitely see any
Oh,
survivors
for sure.
of the Siege of Mandalore. He can start
Yeah.
recruiting them back, saying, "I was captured, but I escaped. Let's continue working on what we were doing before we were interrupted by all of that."
Mhm.
And then I wrote down on some possibles like Kira as a kid, but then I'm like, no, she was on Corellia
Yeah, she was
with Han
in Corellia
Solo.
with Han.
She's gonna get off. I don't see that happening. I do think we will see Mother Talzin.
Yeah,
Obviously,
the Night Sister.
she's
is
dead after
Dathomir.
Son of Dathomir, but
Mhm.
she has some dark magic power. She may be able to come to him like Jedi, like Obi-Wan came to Luke and Qui-Gon came to Obi-Wan and the Obi-Wan thing. So we may see her helping guide him some way.
Yeah, and like the comic, the prequel comic that came out, Shadow of Maul, the first issue dropped, and I got to read it, and it's all based off of Janix, this lawless planet. So it leads us to believe that this is all going to take place on that planet. Do you think we're going to go off-world at some point in this season?
I
Yes.
do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Once he starts to get established and starts to build his criminal enterprise. Yeah.
It'll start there. That's where the beginnings happen, but I think it'll definitely
Yep.
filter out from
Branch
there.
out.
Now, we were talking about some bounty hunters, Fennec Shan, Cad Bane, Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
We know Embo is coming in The Mandalorian and Grogu. Do you
Yeah.
think we will see him in this?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would love that.
I can see that.
Elbow.
Yes, Elbow. Right there.
Elbow. The people's elbow. Wow.
And then my final list is wild card cameos. Darth Sidious. Because I have a tough time. He won't ever take a direct
Yeah.
hand in dealing with Maul, but we may see him giving orders or figuring stuff out, whether it's helping Thrawn or just doing something else to try to stop him. He won't be an active player. We're not going to see him, come and beat the tar out of Maul again, like he did
Not
when he
again,
killed
yeah.
Savage Opress. But, he may be taking a hand in what's going on, realizing, I wrote him off as a nothing, but he is a total pain in my butt right now, and we got to stop him. Or he may
You know
be
what
like,
I'd love to see? I would love to see some flashbacks of when Maul was a kid being trained by
Yeah.
Darth Sidious and all of that stuff that was before the Phantom Menace. If we can get that in there, kind of hit him dealing with Palpatine in
Oh,
that
like
way.
Sidious discovering him and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just flesh out that story. Let's
Yeah.
get the entire Maul story with Maul Shadow Lord.
That would be cool. And it would definitely help assist in building out his character.
Yep.
Like all these characters that they're doing these shows on are gonna have like Ahsoka. I think she is probably one of the best rounded characters in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, yeah.
And they can do that with Maul. He can be one of the best rounded characters they have.
now that you brought her up, she was my second wild card. Do you think we'll see Ahsoka in this?
I don't know. If we do, I don't think it'll be in this season.
No. Yeah.
If they almost cross paths without even realizing it.
There's another one of the Inquisitors that she fights in the Tales of the Jedi that we see in Maul Shadow Lord.
Yeah.
That's
as well,
right,
so-
yes. And that's where she ends
Crossover
up
there.
getting her kyber crystal from that she purifies.
Yep. Exactly.
And then there is one cameo that I will guarantee we will not get in season 1 of Maul Shadow Lord. Kenobi.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think we're going to see him at all.
There's no
Nope.
chance. That would make no sense.
Kenobi.
Well, any other theories, gentlemen? I just went through my list.
What do you got, Chris? I know you got something right around there.
I said all the theories that I had, so.
Yeah, and I think I've
pretty good.
exhausted everything that that I had written down.
And I'm just excited. I'm excited for this. I love the art style of the show, how it looks. It's a little bit painted as well. So excited for Sam Witwer to return to the character and flesh him out. And yeah, I just want to see this character fully fleshed out, a nice story that makes sense in the continuity, and just gives us something entertaining to watch and talk about here on Not Your Status Quo.
What do you think
Now,
will
is that-
be the big finale for May the 4th when we see the last 2 episodes?
Yeah.
I think
don't
it's
know.
going to be Maul having to escape from whoever or whatever is chasing him, and him having to come up with whatever his next plan is going to be to restructure for the next season, because it's definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Well, is he still the mayor at the end of season 1? I'm just kidding.
Dave, get ready to reel me in, because I got a crazy, mind-blowing. You guys are going to be like, Keith, you're crazy. You're nuts.
Oh,
Yeah,
should I pump
I
the
think-
brakes too?
You get ready to pump the brakes.
Breaks.
Pump those brakes.
I think you guys may be, it's crazy, but it just might work. All singing, all dancing finale.
It's
Reel
so
that in
dumb.
here, Captain
It's
America.
so dumb it might work. No, it's just dumb.
He's Maul, he's Maul, he's Maul, he's Maul, the Shadow Lord of Evil. He's come to rule you all.
He can do this all day.
When we know everything has gone off the rails with Star Wars. It's like, well, that's when Star Wars broke completely.
Yep. We got the
Dave
jumping the
Filoni,
shark
I don't
moment.
understand why our musical episode was the lowest rated.
No idea.
And then in 20 years, people will be like, it was genius. Oh my God.
It was genius.
Yeah.
We just didn't understand the undertones.
Best episode ever.
Featuring the voice cast from The Acolyte. Oh, no thanks.
Oh, okay. Here's another wild card cameo.
Okay.
Martez twins.
Oh, yeah.
They better be on there. They had better be on there.
Because I made up the joke about the singing and dancing. You had to one-up me, didn't you? You
You did. Oh, yeah.
They're going to
They've
have
definitely shown up.
3 episodes dedicated just to them.
Just to them, standalones, too. Because we love our standalone episodes here.
Maul's not even going to be in it.
No, exactly. Exactly.
That'll
And
be
they're
the
just going to be
Martez
like
sisters.
fixing and repairing ships. There's going to be no real plot. It's just
That's right, yeah.
we're going to just
And
be sitting
everything that happened, they're going to, at the end of the 3rd episode, it's going to return back to where they left off. So none of it
Yeah.
will have mattered.
there. Yeah.
It'd be like the droid episodes in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, that's going to be the new thing. Oh God, it's another Martez episode.
They at least have 3 of these per season.
Right.
It's mandatory. All Star Wars animation.
It's like, Filoni, why?
I gotta say, Chris touched on it a minute ago, but the art style just keeps improving. I think
Yeah.
where I really started noticing how good it's gotten was a combination of obviously the last season of Clone Wars, but also Tales of the Jedi was fantastic. It was so beautifully done.
Yeah. And I'm curious, did they do the same type of motion capture for the fights for this? You know, that's what I'm wondering.
That's a good
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah.
That would
There
No, I
will
never
be no
even looked to
fights on
see if
Maul.
Ray Park was going to be in this.
Yeah. That would be excellent if they were able to bring Ray Park back to do all the motion capture for the fights on this, like they did in Clone Wars.
And what we've seen from the fights looked pretty good from the trailer. So, yeah, that's one thing Lucasfilm does not skimp on. They do not try to,
No.
except for Star Wars Resistance, but we're not talking about that. All of the animation has looked tremendous. And, that's Dave Filoni's, strong suit, too. He loves animation. He understands, the power of it. He's not going to, just put a cartoon out for the kids. He's going to make it meaningful and serious and what we all want out of our Star Wars animation.
Also, having Sam Witwer be on set to kind of like make sure that they're staying canon and that it would be a thing within the Star Wars universe is really going to help because he seems to know even more about like the Star Wars universe than they do half the time.
Yeah. Are we standing Sam Witwer on here too?
I think we
The
should.
list.
If we don't
She
already,
was
I
on
feel like we should.
Smallville.
I will nominate Sam Witwer for standing, but not.
All
for
right.
Status Quo.
Did
Do I
you
get
say
a
he was
second?
on Smallville?
He was Doomsday.
He was Doomsday.
Ah,
We're talking
no
about this.
kidding. All right.
Yep.
Season 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
That's
sure
the
you
first
said that
thing I saw
before,
him in.
but my file cabinets are pretty full.
Guys, I just looked it up. Apparently, no motion capture for Maul Shadow
That's a shame.
Oh, poopy.
Lord, right?
That's
Well, there's always season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and
Yeah.
7,
Bring-
8, 9,
please-
10 because it's
please
easily
bring
going to
Ray
be.
Park back. Bring him back. Let him do it.
they will get oh my God, I can't think of Anakin Skywalker's the actor's name.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen and Ray Park to do the Maul versus Vader fight, the climax of season 12.
Please.
When
If they're gonna do it, I would love that. So
Yeah,
No,
that
they
would be
should.
great.
I mean,
I think
they're
Hayden
gonna,
Christensen would be 55 by then.
yeah.
they're gonna do 3
He
seasons
is
a
so
year.
good at sword fighting. You know, he is like on another level when it comes to that, and like he was not rusty at all when he came back for Kenobi and Ahsoka, and just guns.
Watching
blazing,
behind the
blazing.
scenes of the last season of Clone Wars, it was incredible just watching him go.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you find out that the guys were telling Ewan McGregor and him to slow down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're too
The
fast.
fact that they could rock that out without mistakes that fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of dedication that you had in the first round of Star Wars movies, and you should have had afterwards. It should always be a big deal.
Yep.
There's something that came on after the original Star Wars.
Well, I gotta say,
story?
I'll give this to George Lucas. I am glad that he's willing to change when he realizes that some of his original ideas weren't the greatest. Because he explained that his original idea for the lightsabers is that they would be very heavy and hard to yield, and that was his excuse as to why you see Vader and Obi-Wan like, His original idea being is they're supposed to be like the weight of like a great sword or something like that. But then I think he realized, but that's boring. So maybe not.
And originally, they were going to be pretty ubiquitous in the universe. The stormtroopers
everybody
were
would
actually
use them.
supposed to have them, and that's why they had that little cylinder on the back of their uniforms.
Oh, that was supposed to be their lights. No kidding.
Yeah, that's where the
That I didn't
lightsaber
know.
was supposed to come out of.
Did not know
Okay.
Get out of their butt.
Yeah,
What?
Laser sword out of
in
the
the
butt.
butt? I said what?
Right
In
above
the
Where
the
did you
butt?
get that from?
Don't ask.
Where were you hiding that? I got a catheter.
Don't
On
mind the
that
smell,
note,
guys.
are you gentlemen ready for just a few rumors and news from around the Nerdverse?
Yes.
Let's
Yes, I think I
go.
am.
The first one is Marvel is thinking about a Ghost Rider special presentation or movie.
Sure.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the popularity of
The
Project
Marvel
Hail-
hat. I love it.
Oh, yes. I wonder if this has anything to
Switch
do
it
with
up.
the success of Project Hail Mary right now. Who we know that Marvel has had talks
I would love to see it.
with Ryan Gosling. Maybe this will heat up a little bit.
Oh.
They'll try to bring him in.
Man, what is he not going to be in? He's going to be in Star Wars. Now he's coming for Marvel. It's like
Who will he
the
play in
gods is
DC?
taking over. Yeah.
Well, let me just say,
you know
he
what?
needs to be in all of these because Eva won't be with no scrub.
No.
He better make that money, honey, or he's gonna get.
Right. If they do, cool. But considering they're just thinking about it, all right. I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
And I
No,
Marvel
again,
thinks
like
about a lot.
we
But it would be
discussed that
cool.
before. Yeah, is like Marvel projects that might be in the works.
Yeah.
It could definitely change at a moment's notice.
especially
Speaking of,
trying
where's
to
the Marvel
figure out
logo,
how it's
Keith?
going to fit into the mutant saga and where they're going with all of that. There's so much that
Oh,
they've
yeah.
planned
There's
that we
so
don't
much.
know. It's like, will it fit? Don't shoehorn it in. Make better decisions. We all want Ghost Rider in
Yes.
the MCU. Just do a good job of it.
Just do a
Yeah.
good job. Come on.
Have the story be right before you introduce them.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one
Nah.
I kind of like.
Is this also Marvel?
This is also Marvel.
Okay, good.
Okay, I didn't see the logo.
Oh shoot!
We got
Bang!
the logo right here, so we're good.
Thank you. Good for you, Chris.
There we go. Yeah, Chris
Keeping
did it
us
right.
honest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There, now it's there. Now we got it, guys. I sent it
It's
over.
been there the whole time.
Yes. What do you mean? Your screen must have had a blank spot. Have you gotten your
sorry,
eyes
Keith.
checked recently, Doug?
Are you
No.
talking? Keith? I can't hear
Sounds
you.
like a you problem.
You can't hear me?
No.
He's messing
That's
with you,
joking.
Keith.
Oh, jeez. With all the problems that I've had with sound, you would dare do that joke, Dave?
I can do this all day.
All right. So, according to Cryptic 4K Qual, yes, that's a real scooper out there, Sadie Sink's Jean
These
Grey
names.
will reportedly have a visual flair to her powers, much like her counterpart in X-Men 97, where you like see kind of power coming up on her head. I kind of like that. It won't just be, we'll see maybe the butterfly.
I would like it to be
or-
subtle, like like a ripple effect or something like
Yeah.
that. Very subtle.
Like they do Daredevil's, radar
Mm.
sense. Where it's kind of
Yeah.
like, doo,
Yeah.
doo, doo.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right.
I can see that.
You
then
know
this-
what? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but you just reminded me of something. We forgot
Madam
to
Web?
bring up. We forgot to bring up during Invincible the crack that they made at Marvel with the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why do you keep taking it off and on again?
Because it's cool.
Because it muffles my voice. It's like, and then he talks with the helmet on, and he's totally,
Mhm.
totally.
Actually,
fine.
that was kind of a funny scene, I thought, but at the same time, it took away from the show. You know what I mean? It just made it even
I
worse.
was entertained by that moment, so
Yes,
I
yes.
enjoyed it. That was one
Because
of the few
it
moments.
instantly made me think
I
of
hated.
Ant-Man and how much I hated them
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it then. Oh, so irritating.
It originally started in Spider-Man 3, too, with Topher Grace. The Venom thing always coming back. It's like, I'm an actor. I
Yeah.
need to see my face all the time. I was so annoyed
Oh,
with
yeah.
it in that. I was like, oh, please stop
Same.
that. But this next one, I got to remove the Marvel logo, and I don't have a DC logo that fits between all of our heads yet.
I don't have
Oh,
a DC
no.
hat, so we'll just do this.
There you go. Yeah. So at WonderCon, Tom King said that fans are going to go nuts when they announce the voice cast for the Mr. Miracle series, and that the series does take place in the DCU.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
the second time we've heard that the voice cast is going to be pretty incredible. We know that Darkseid is probably playing a role in this show. So we may get the DCU's Darkseid. Who's playing him? Real? Because we know that whoever plays him in animation is going to do it in live action and all those other things.
I just hope that they're a good voice actor. I know that we've said this before, but I take issue whenever they take a famous screen actor and they think that they're also going to automatically be a good voice actor, and that's not always the case. Sometimes they luck out. Sometimes you get a Clancy Brown or someone who's able to be on screen and also be a good voice actor.
Yeah.
But not always. Sometimes you get oh my gosh, Jesus, what's Star-Lord, the actor's name?
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt, yeah. Sometimes you get Chris Pratt being Mario, and I'm sorry, he's good on the screen. I just don't think he's a very good voice actor.
Yeah.
So
just
are you
Chris
saying
Pratt.
Hopefully when
we're
they
not
say
gonna be
that
at the
this-
theater
that-
on Wednesday to see Super Mario Galaxy?
I mean, I'll probably watch the movie. I just don't think he's a good voice actor.
I agree. He's
Brie,
kind of playing.
Brie Larson's in that.
She is.
She's,
And,
you know what? I can't think of a. What was she in? Oh yeah, she was in Scott Pilgrim, the animation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess she's fine. I don't know. I don't really remember anything that stood out.
She
But
is.
Well,
fine.
she just played the character she really already played before.
yeah, exactly.
So we'll
Yeah.
see if how the
Yeah, that
voice
was her
does
character.
with
Right. Yeah.
Rosalind, or I can't remember who she's playing in this, but
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
it'll be good to see. Hopefully she's good. Like Doug said,
Yeah.
some screen actors can do a very good job with voice acting also, but it's not the same skill in any way.
Yes, exactly. So I hope what they're saying is that they have found people who A, can fulfill, the role on screen and will do a good job, and B, will also be a good voice actor. Like I really hope they've got a voice director to verify that, hey, these people are a good fit.
I mean,
Like I hope that's not an afterthought.
who else can you think of that does both? Like Alan Tudyk, or how do you say his
Alan
name?
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk,
Yeah,
he does
Tudyk.
both.
Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro does both.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely done a lot more like voice roles, I think, than on screen, I'd
Yeah.
say.
So
Let's see here.
Darkseid
there's
was
quite a few.
previously done. The voice for Darkseid's been Michael Ironside. I would love to just see him roll
Yeah,
right.
same. He's
into
done a
it
good
again.
job.
You know, he was on
I can't think of
Smallville
it.
season 6. Go ahead, Keith. He played Sam Lane, Lois's father.
Oh,
General
okay.
Sam Lane.
Well, we also know Keith David played him in
That was the other person I was thinking of too. I was like, Keith David, Michael Ironside would be two great choices. for the voice, because it's gonna be like it's gonna be a CGI thing that they create for Darkseid.
It's gonna be voice acting, whether it's live action or whatever, live action or animation.
Kenny.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's not like Apocalypse, like Oscar Isaac.
Can you see
dressed up as
Tom
Apocalypse.
Kenny being Apocalypse? I mean, I'm sorry, Apocalypse.
Sorry, I
Darkseid.
mentioned that. Darkseid.
I can see it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good, but I could see it.
We don't know. I mean, he does SpongeBob great. He's just awesome.
There you go.
That's true. I shouldn't assume that he wouldn't be able to do a good voice for Darkseid.
Yeah. We're just gonna skip Clancy Brown, go straight to him. So
Yeah.
You know who's another good screen actor and voice actor is Ron Perlman.
Oh yeah,
True that.
I guess
He does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
he got paid a whole
he's
sandwich
done
to
some
say
good
"War
voice.
never changes."
True. But he's really good at doing like a I think it was Ron Perlman who played Deathstroke in Teen Titans, wasn't it?
Was it?
I thought it was. I'm almost
Probably know
positive
Will
that was him.
Arnett from Teen Titans Go.
Teen.
You know, Darkseid.
He also played the Lich King in Adventure Time.
Who played Darkseid on Kite Man?
Oh, I don't know, but I remember they changed it and I didn't care for it.
Weird Al played him on Teen Titans Go.
Weird Al played him on Teen Titans Go, really?
Yes, he
That is-
did.
And we
That
can't forget.
fits. That fits for that show.
We can't forget the other guy we stand, Giancarlo.
Esposito. Yeah.
Giancarlo
Esposito.
Esposito.
He's a good voice actor too. Mark Hamill,
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Yes.
Yeah.
outstanding voice actor and screen actor.
Okay. We figured it out, guys. It's gonna
Yeah.
be
So
Mark
we've got
Hamill.
our list. If they don't use
There's
it,
a handful of people that can do both. It's not a large amount, but it's certainly, yeah.
Ashley Eckstein.
The oh my gosh, I cannot remember which one. One of the guys who used to be in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is also a voice actor now. I want to say it was the
The green one.
No, he died.
no, he passed away. I want to say it was
Excuse me.
maybe the one of the either the second Red Ranger or the second Black Ranger. I think it was one of those two.
I know absolutely nothing about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
I know
I
the
only
guy's
know
doing the
about it
purple
because
Teletubby.
I only know about it because I found out he was the English voice actor for Bleach, which is a long-running anime.
Oh, does he do anime voice acting?
He does do a lot of anime voice acting, but I know he's done some Western animation voice acting too.
Johnny Young Bosch gained
Yes.
fame as Adam Park and went to voice characters in popular anime series like Bleach and Naruto. There you go.
Naruto's on is Summer's son on Rick and Morty.
Oh.
Naruto? Nobody remembers the space baby? The space incest baby?
Yeah, I remember the Space Incest.
Oh yeah,
movie.
yeah.
His name is Naruto.
Okay.
I didn't remember that.
Bonus points if you can remember the name of Morty's cat. Morty's cat
do not
only made
remember.
one appearance on the show.
Felix.
I didn't even know he had a cat.
What'd you say, Keith?
Felix.
Nope. Izzy.
Okay.
It was made an appearance on the Pickle Rick episode.
Oh, okay. All right.
Knocked him off the counter. He flowed right down into the gutter.
I totally forgot about that.
All right. I'm sorry. A little bit tangenting there, and I know we don't have enough
Hey.
room to put up tangent
Hey,
time.
it's the end of the show. We
You know what?
Time.
That is a challenge for me. I'm gonna have to make a nice little vertical tangent time thing for Keith here.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll even whip you up a DC one.
Oh, thank you, sir. I got a Star Wars one and a Marvel one, so
All right.
sometimes I can find them pretty easily. Sometimes I can't do it. Just out of my wheelhouse.
I just can't do it.
I just can't.
I just can't.
I don't know.
All right. So, does that mean that you want us to find somebody to raid, or do you still have any more news for us?
No, that's all the news that's fit to tell.
Ah,
All right.
okay.
2 hours.
Well,
Hippity square.
kind of slim pickings here as far as people that are streaming. I almost wonder if maybe we don't raid tonight, just because I don't even know who we would pick.
Oh, wow, there is.
All we got is iTray, and she always, says we can't raid. So
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm fine with no raids, so.
Well, you know what? Even though we may not be raiding, which again, it's only a Twitch thing anyway, we still love that you're all watching us here, and we couldn't do this without all of you. So for those of you that are watching us on Twitch and YouTube, you know what? If you're not following us, please do so. Make sure that you like. Oops. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Hello.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway. But anyway, hey, you know what? Follow us on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything, and all it does is it helps us out. If you happen to be watching us on mobile, first off, a 2-hour video on your phone, man, you've got
Good job, soldier.
oof, good for you. But maybe lower the screen time. But if you are watching us on mobile, don't forget to hype us. And most important, we want to hear from you. So make sure that you comment down below. And as always, we'll see you next time, right here on Not Your Status Quo. Hey, fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.